In this movie I'm going to show you how to make this motor, which will be a way of getting started on using SolidWorks. So once you get SolidWorks open, go File, New, and when this comes up, select Part. Click OK. We're going to start making an extruded part. You'll see why soon. Click on that, and we're going to draw this part on the front plane, so select that. So now we're looking at the front plane. Select a rectangle, which is a center rectangle. So now when we click on the origin, that's going to be the center of the rectangle. Make it any old size and left click. Choose Smart Dimension, left click on one side of the rectangle and slide the mouse up a little bit. Click again, left click, and type in the dimension for that, which is 46, and hit enter. Select this side, left click, slide the mouse out, click again, and type in the dimension for this one, which is 32. Hit enter. So then you click this little tick to say that you're accepting the dimensions you've just put in. That has completed your sketch, which has just made a dimensioned rectangle, and now we're going to go back to the extrusion part of the exercise, which you can do by clicking on here. And you can see it's suggested an extrusion value. The suggested value is sitting over here, 10 millimeters. We're going to change that because we want to extrude this to 22.4. So we're just going to overwrite that, 22.4, and hit enter. And that's the extrusion the way we want it. So we click this little green tick here to say that we're happy with that. Your extrusion's now done. So there's our basic shape for the motor. We're now going to click on this face and select it. And we're going to put some further extrusions on this face. So once again click Extruded Base. And then click the circle tool. We'll put a circle in there. So left click and release. Left click and release. Where am I putting these circles? Just anywhere really. Left click and release. Left click and release. Okay, so click this green tick to accept all those circles. Now we're going to choose Smart Dimensions. We'll click on a circle, that's a left click, and just drag that out a little bit. Release and click again. And we're going to dimension that circle. So this circle we want to be 7.5. Hit enter. Click on the green tick to accept the dimension. Then we're going to select this circle. Hold down the Shift key, select that circle, keep the Shift key down, select that one, keep the Shift key down, select that one. Come over here and just make all of those dimensions equal. And accept that. Now we're going to do some more dimensioning, so this time we're going to add a horizontal dimension. So I'm going to click on the center of this circle, and on this line click the mouse down and hold the button down, drag it up till you get there. Just move that until the numbers are where you want them to be, and then release the mouse button and then click it down again. And we're going to set. And we're going to set that dimension to 7. Hit enter. Okay, so we're still doing horizontal dimensions. So we're going to click on the center of this circle and on this edge. Click, hold it down, move it up, release it, and click down again. set it to 7 and hit enter. Do it again. Click and release on the centre of that circle. Click on that, hold it down, drag the mouse down, move the numbers to where you want, release and click again and set it to 7, enter. Click on the centre of the circle and release, move the mouse button out, move mouse out to here, click on that line, hold it down, hold the mouse button down, drag the mouse down to there, release and click, and you will get 7 and hit enter. We're going to change now to doing vertical dimensions. So go to that circle, click on the centre of it and release, click up here and hold it down, move the mouse out to here, release the mouse and click the mouse. Set it to 7, hit enter. Okay, same thing here. Now we're going to go back to the circle tool, get a few more circles. I'm just going to zoom in on this. You can zoom just by rolling the mouse wheel. Okay, got the circle tool selected. Find the centre of the circle, click and drag a circle. Same with that one, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. Okay, click the tick to say that we accept those circles. Now we're going to get Smart Dimension again. Okay, the circle was still selected, so it's going to just try and dimension that one, so we'll do that. We'll buy that, click on there and enter 3 for the diameter of that circle. And click on the green tick to accept that. Now we're just going to select the circle, and holding the shift key down we'll select the remaining circles, and over here we'll set it to be all equal. One more circle to put in. There's the centre of this rectangle, and you can probably hardly see it, but there's a little blue line following me along as I move along there, which shows me that I'm going to be putting my circle on the centre of the rectangle. So I click there and drag out, accept that, then get Smart Dimension. Let's dimension that circle. It's going to be 12, hit enter. And then we need to make the centre of the circle go in the right place, so we're going to put another horizontal dimension. Select the centre of the circle, the end of that, hold the mouse down, move that up, release and click, and set that to 14. Okay, that's as much as I want to do there, so let's accept that dimension and go over to here and say we've finished drawing our sketch, and it's going to now suggest an extrusion. Over here it's suggesting 22.4 for the extrusion. It's not what we want, so we'll just select it and change it to 2 millimeters. Oops, rub all that and change it to 2 millimeters. So that's what it's planning to do for the extrusion now. So we just say, yep, that's fine, we'll accept it. Tick on that. And there's our extrusions. Okay, now I want to select a few edges. I'm going to select the top edge of that circle, and holding down the shift key, I'm going to do it for all of these circles. And once I've done that, we're going to select fillet, and you can see the edges it's going to fillet, and we're going to set a radius of 0.5 millimeters for rounding that. And then we accept that to say yes, that's okay, that's what we wanted. All those edges have now been rounded. Okay, we're going to now go in here and select this new surface that we've got here, and we're going to draw a circle on that as well. If I go to this tool here, view orient, and then just click on this face of the cube, it means we're looking straight at that face. Okay, select we're going to do an extrusion on there, so select extrusion, and then select a circle. We're going to find the centre of this circle. You'll see that when I mouse over the centre of the circle, you get it, the circle highlights, so that's how you know you've got onto the centre of it. Click and drag out a circle. Accept that. Smart dimension. Here it comes. Click on that, change that to 6, hit enter. Just going to zoom in. If I put the mouse here and zoom in, I'll just accept that first. If I put the mouse pointer here and zoom in, it'll keep that at the centre of the picture. Okay. Zooming in was just done by rolling the mouse wheel. Okay, so now I'm going to select a special type of line, which is a centre line. And it's going to be a construction line. And I'm also going to make it vertical. I'm going to click on the middle of the circle and go up a bit, and it's drawing a vertical line. It doesn't matter where I put the mouse there, it's going to make it vertical. Second click just to finish that line. Click on the tick over here to say OK, we accept that that line is fine. Now we're going to draw another line, which is not a centre line, it's just an ordinary line, but we will also make it vertical. It's going to be out over here somewhere, so first click to locate the line. Go down here, that's far enough. I just want to make sure I've gone through that circle in both places. Final click. Click to accept that. Okay. Now I'm going to do another smart dimension. In fact, I'm going to make it a horizontal dimension. First select this line by clicking on it, then select this line, hold it down, and move that numbers sideways until you get them sitting where you want them. Release and click again, and we're going to set this to 2.1 millimeters. And then we'll accept that by clicking on the OK there. Then we're going to get the trim tool, which is this pair of scissors here. I'm going to left click to hold it down, and it will start drawing a line. And any line that I cross will be cut and removed. So if I cross this arc here, it's gone. And then if I cross this piece of line here, it's gone. Okay. So that's going to be the shaft for the motor. Click over here to say OK, finish trimming. And then over here we finished making our sketch. So what's it going to extrude? Shaft is a bit short because it's trying to make it 2 millimeters long, so click on that. Let's make it 14 millimeters long. Okay, there we go, we've got a long shaft, so now we'll click on the green tick to accept it, and I'll just zoom out a bit and see what we have here. Okay, there it is. Okay, we're going over to the back face now. Now I'm going to select 3 edges You'll notice that the motor shaft is much closer to this end, so I'm going to select this end and the two long sides, but over on the back. This edge, hold the shift key, this edge, hold the shift key, that edge. Then we're going to go for a fillet again, but not really, because we're going to go for a chamfer. Okay, the type of chamfer we're going for is a distance one. And you'll see now that on the diagram it's coming up with a couple of distances. So this distance here, distance 1, is the distance we're going back along that edge to take the chamfer, and distance 2 is the distance we're going down this edge. So I'll set distance 2 first to 0.9 of a millimetre, and I'm going to set distance 1 to 5 millimetres. And then I'm just going to click on OK, and it should do all of those chamfers. And there we are, it chamfered the back of the motor. Okay, do a little bit more tidying up. You're going to select this edge, hold the shift key down, this edge, keep the shift key down, that edge and that edge. So I've got 4 edges shifted, and we're going to go for fillet again. This time it will be a fillet. The rounding radius is set to 2 millimeters, 0.5 of a millimeter at the moment. We'll change that to 2 millimeters. You can type in the millimeters, but you don't have to, because this program is going to work in millimeters anyway. There we go. Okay, I'll make another movie to show you how to put the actual motor onto this gearbox.